everybody, it's Doug Mystic Eye on Board Game Geek. Just getting ready to do turns 2 and 3, actually take it back, 3 and 4 of our quick play kind of rules run through playthrough of Upon a Fable, a worker placement style game. If you haven't seen them, we did the first 2 videos already. The first one is an instruction video, then we did turn 1 and 2, and we're about to move on to turn 3. So let's get right to it. I don't see any reason to wait and just keep on plowing ahead. So when we come back, we'll be starting our first turn. Okay, the first thing we do in a turn of Upon a Fable, which you've seen in the previous videos, is we reveal our book of our book of tales. Now that one's pretty cool. It gives you all 3 of those items on there when you go to collect resources. It's pretty nice. But next thing we're going to do is we're going to rejuvenate the wonders and actually stock those spots up there that have wonders to place on them. Okay, so what we have here is we have to place the wonder tokens out on the boards with the that require them. So first we're going to place a honor, a love, and a magic wonder on this board. We will place 2 magic wonders on that board, the love wonder there, another honor wonder there, and last but not least, another magic wonder there. And that is going to be action 2, rejuvenate wonders. Now, next up we have perform realm abilities, and we really don't have any that would be performed at this time. There's no abilities on the realms and no cards that would activate at this moment. So pretty cool though that you can do that. The different realms as you advance them do get abilities, and so we will see that in future turns. So let's move on to deal the Hand of Fate. So as always, when dealing the Hand of Fate, each player is going to get 3 cards, for which they will choose one. They will keep one, and they will discard one. So choose one to keep, pass one to the left to the other player, and then discard one. So out of the 3, they're going to get to keep one. Remember, we're playing the orange player, and these are ours. So we got an enchantment. It says play at the beginning of a new story round. Any player of your choice except you becomes a starting player. Don't know if I like that one. We've got a large realm and an ever after. When the ever after is when upgrading to a larger epic realm, you could ignore all wonder requirements. That's these. That means you wouldn't have to pay for it. That's pretty darn powerful. I think we're going to take that one for the one we keep. We will pass on the enchantment, and we will discard the large realm so that the other players cannot get it. Then I'll look at the other player cards offline, and we'll see which one we end up getting passed to us. So we were passed this dream. This dream says gain 2 love. All of the players gain 1 love. That's the card that was passed to us by the other player, the green player, and that will end the deal the Hand of Fate phase action. Now we're going to move on to the explore the stories action and place out our pieces. Now still the green player is still the first player, so they're going to go first, and I'm going to take a look at their cards and see what they need. They got quite a bit of magic, and you know, at the end of this round we're going to have to empower our stories or empower our realms. So what are they going to do? Let's see. I believe that for the first turn they will, yeah, okay. For their first action, they are going to go here and collect all of these tokens. So 1 magic, 1 honor, and 1 love. Got those backwards on the board here. You can see that on their board. They collected 1 magic, 1 love, and 1 honor off that board. That was their first action. Then we're going to have the black player go, and let me see what their cards are and what they want to do. Now they don't have any realms out. Yeah, let's see. I have a lot of cards too. Yeah, okay. I think for their first play, they are going to actually go here and collect the two magic tokens that are there, because we're going to need magic tokens later. And now it's going to go to our turn. Let's see what we need to do. So we're over here, orange player. We have quite a few things. This green, pretty good. It gives us 1 love, so we could play a card. We could also upgrade to a large realm. We do not have the resources to do that, but we could easily get them. You know what? We're going to be able to do this if we make a right play. So we're going to take one of our pieces, and we are going to go up here and place there and take this 2 honor. And I'll show you why when our next action comes around. Now we'll move on to the green player again. So the green player actually is going to play a card. So they're going to take, took one of their guys off there. They're going to take one of their actions and play a card. And what the card that they're going to play is an ever after card. It's this one. That says whenever you take 1 or more honor from the storyboard, you gain 1 love as well. You know, they probably should have played that first, but then they probably would have lost that awesome space. So, but they do have their first ever after card out. And that's next to their board where they can keep track of it. Okay, now next we have the black player. He's only got 1 more piece because he's only got 1 realm, and he needs to get a realm out. So he's got this small realm here that just requires 2 of any resource. So he's going to play, add a small realm. He's going to put it right there on that. Well, you know what? I think there's a realm space. Yeah. So that would stop them from upgrading as well. Yeah, that's a better play for him. So he's going to play here, take this off of here, which gives him another one. But he's going to have to spend 2 in order to play that realm on his board. So the black player over here, way the heck over here, gets to place this one right there. And now they have another realm, and we'll have another action. Okay, back to us, the orange player. So what we really want to do is play this large realm, but we can't now because somebody else has already taken that spot from us and added a realm, and they took the upgrade spot. So we could play an ever after. Well, we can't play a card either because it's already been taken. You know what we can do is take back, I think for this turn, we're going to take back the starting player and get us another star, because we're going to need one to empower our other small realm at the end of this phase. That's going to end the that round of actions. Now each of us now have 1 more pawn to play. So the green player has 1 more to go. I think that they will, heck, why not? Give them some options and place there. They got a lot of magic, and that allows them to draw a Fable card, which we won't show because they're going to keep that a secret. And then we have the black player who just acquired another small realm, gets to play this piece. I think that yeah, there's a spot up there that still allow them to take. Well, hold on, let me look at his cards. He's also got 2 ever after cards. So for whenever you take 3 or more magic, he has not done that this turn. He can't play any realm cards. So yeah, I think what he's going to do is just to go here on that space, and that will give him 2 more magic from the earth. Pow. Okay, and then its background, we only have our self to go here with our last one. We're going to take our last piece, and I think that we're going to go on to the Convert a Wonder space, take the 2 magic that are there because we're going to need them, and we might Convert a Wonder. I need to think about that. Just give me 1 moment. Well, so when you actually take the Convert a Wonder space, you must Convert a Wonder. So we're going to replace our love with a castle, which is one of the rare more rare ones, and it's an even trade. So we just get to take one castle and put it on our board. That is actually going to end our Explore the Stories phase. Now we're going to play and discard fate cards. So green, the current starting player, is going to discard a card, not going to play anything. That gets him down to the 4 that is required for him. For the let's see, for the black player, they need to discard. They have 1, 2, 3, 6 cards right now, and I believe they are going to discard. They need to discard 2. So okay, they're going to discard 2 cards and not play one. They already have 2 actually Ever After cards out. And now for us. Now what are we going to do? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 cards as well. We do have a Small Realm and Ever After card. We're going to play this Dream card. It says gain 2 love. Everybody else gains 1. Why not? Oh, wait. Do we? Or we have also 2 Ever After cards. Oh, okay. We're going to play this one actually. This will help him later. Instead of playing that Dream card, we're going to play this Ever After card. It says, acts as an upgrade realm story space. Any player who selects this space must give 1 magic to you. So that's going to be helpful because we actually could have used that ourselves. Now we do have to discard 1, and I believe we're going to discard this other Ever After card because it's an end of game effect, and I don't think it's going to help us now. That puts us down to our 4 cards and ends the play and discard fate cards. Now we have to do the Empower Realms because we are actually on turn 3. So we're going to do that now. So when you Empower Realms, you have to discard magic equal to the size of the realm. So your home realm and small realm are 1 each. If we had a large realm, it would be 2. So if we had a large realm here instead, it would be 3 total. But for right now, it's 2. So we're going to take 2 of our magic and we're going to discard it, and that's going to empower both of our realms. Again, we have the same scenario here with the green player, who can easily discard 2 magic to empower their realms, as does the black player. So that basically takes care of that. Very straightforward and simple. We have empowered our realms, and now we must move on to intensify magic. So this round we only actually had 2 spaces that weren't used. So these 2 are each going to get a Magic Wonder on them, and that's going to be the entirety of the Intensify Magic phase. Okay, so now we would normally, we're going to return all our guys to the board, so we're going to collect our 3 orange pieces. 2 are going to go on our home realm, 1 on the small realm. Same thing for the green player and the black player. Then if we had some realms that had fallen asleep or had gone into a deep slumber, we could take one of those tokens off of one of those realms. But we had plenty of, everybody had magic to deal with it, so that didn't happen. I imagine that'll get tougher as we build out more realms and continue on. So that's going to end turn 3. Now we're going to move on to turn 4, where we actually have to deal with our first blessing and curse card. So let's move on to that. Okay, turn 4, action 1. The first thing we're going to do is turn over this blessing and curse card. It is a blessing. It says whichever player has the fewest total wonders gains 2 wonders of their choice. So that clearly, well, let me see. The black player has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 magic. The green player has 4 magic and 2 others, so 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 2 are tied. Whichever player or players have the fewest. So there's 2 tied for 5. So that they both get to take 2 wonders of their choice, and that will be the first blessing card. So we are going to think. I think what we're going to do is, I think we have some things. We have a wide variety of things we need, but for a big, powerful Ever After card, we need a follower. So we're going to take a follower and a love for our 2. Now you haven't seen the followers, but they're basically a brown looking meeple and a love, and we're going to have that right there. Now The green player, let's see what they might need. Okay, there, yeah. Alright, for their two, they're going to take basically 2 castles. So this is what the green player takes, 2 castles. And the black player is going to take, yeah, they're going to take 2 love for their draw on this. Oh wait, actually they don't. They're the ones that have the most. It's green, isn't it? Yeah, green had 6, so they actually don't get their 2 castles. The black player, however, gets the 2 love. So, because ourselves and them were tied with the fewest wonders. Okay, that is actually going to take us to the next step here. We're going to turn over the first book of the second book of Fables. As you can see, that gives, now, as you know, as we get up into the new ones, they start to become a more powerful action space. So this one gives us a magic and a follower, and the followers are much more rare. So that's a very good space to have, and that's going to end our Unveil a New Story action. Okay, now that we've done that, now the next thing to do is we rejuvenate the wonders. So we're going to place stuff out on each one of them. So the first space we see there that on the top gets a magic, a wonder, a magic, a love, and a honor, and that's right there. The next one over gets 2 magic. The next one gets 1 love. That puts 2 love on that space. And the next one gets 1 honor. And then as we go down over here, we're going to get 1 magic and 1 follower. Boom, done. That ends the Rejuvenated Wonders phase. Okay, now again, this is where we would empower, or we would actually perform realm abilities, but we don't have any, and nothing else takes effect. So once again, we're in a place where nothing's going to have an effect there. But we are going to put out some, probably some large realms this turn. We'll see how it goes. We're going to try anyway. We're going to see if we can get one of these large realms out. This one. We're poised to do it. And also keep in mind that we took the first player last turn, so we got to remember that. So that is basically, there's nothing that happens during the perform a realm ability action. Okay, so the next thing we do is we deal the Hand of Fate, and each player is going to get 3 cards. There's 1, 2, 2, 2, and 3, 3, and 3. Okay, now what we're going to do with those, we're going to look and see what we want to keep. We had a dream that says if a curse is revealed during this book, it's ignored. Okay, pretty powerful. An Ever After card, if no player has more large realms than you at the end of the game, you get 2 bonus points. And an Ever After card, whenever you take 1 or more honor from the storyboard, you gain a follower as well. That's a pretty good one. I think we'll keep that one. We will discard the dream, and we'll pass over this Ever After card to the black player. Okay, now I'm going to decide what the other 2 players are going to do and which card we're going to get from the green player. Okay, the card that we got from the green player, amazingly, is this pretty powerful Ever After card. So the green player must have had some very powerful cards that they got. It says whenever you take 1 or more honor from the storyboard, you gain a follower as well. That's pretty good. And we also, actually, that's when we kept, but we got this enchantment. It says play immediately after you explore a story space with a Fable. The Fable now explores a second different story. That's what we got from that. Okay, now let's move on. We're going to go to the Explore Stories phase. Now we're first player, and while we do need resources, we want to make sure we get what we want out onto the board. So we are first going to place our first token on up here on the add or upgrade a realm. Boom. And we're going to upgrade to this large realm, one of our small realms. Now, it says here that when we're upgrading to a large or epic realm, we can ignore any 1 wonder requirement. So it's just going to cost us 1 honor to place that. So we're going to, what we do then is we go back to our board here. Let me just tilt that over. We're going to take this guy up. He's going to stay there. We're going to replace that. This has an ability on it now, so it says every story, if the player on your right has more followers than you, you take 1. Okay, and then that because of our ever after effect, we only have to pay 1 honor to place that out. So we have our very first large realm in play. Now we're going to go on to the action of the green player. So for the green player's first action, they're going to actually convert a wonder. They're going to take this, well actually no, they're not going to do that. That makes no sense whatsoever. What they're going to do is they're going to again play on this space and take all 3 of these, giving them a magic, a love, and an honor wonder. And then the black player is, let me see what they need to get. Oh yeah, okay, theirs is obvious as well. They're going to place here and take these 2, the 2 love that are there. Gives them 4 total. Okay, back around to our play. Now we could use a whole bunch of things, but what we do need is some magic. Yeah, we need magic. We got everything else. We need to empower some cards. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to think originally we're just going to play here and take the 2 magic that are there. The green player, let me look at their cards again. I think they're going to yeah, what they're going to do is now remember we have this cool card, Ever After card in play here that basically acts as an upgrade spot, right? So the green player is actually going to play on our spot there because they can, and what they're going to do is play this large realm here, which requires them to pay 2 honor, but and that's I'm putting that on their board right now, off camera, and paying a 2 honor. But it also requires that they give us a magic for using that space. So it cost them 2 honor and a magic, but they were able to get their large realm out on the board. Now the black player is feeling left out, but there's no place else to build a large realm. So, do they have a small realm? They do not have a small realm to build either. So they're kind of stuck at that point. So he's thinking, well, what the heck do I do? I can add a realm or take some stuff. You know, maybe it's worthwhile, since I have 2 plays, to draw a card. So the black player is going to draw a card and hopefully gets a small realm out of it. Well, they did. So that's good, and it requires a follower, which they don't have. So that's going to hurt them next turn, but that's the end of their turn. Now it goes back to us, the orange player. Now we got a decent stockpile of magic, but I think that we're going to play a card because this will help us a lot in the future, and we'll get it out. So we're going to play this Ever After card. Here, it's going to require 2 magic, 1 follower, and 1 castle, which we have. And when we upgrade to a larger epic realm, we can ignore all wonder requirements. That means it's not going to cost us anything. That is pretty darn good, but it was also very, very expensive. So for our actual action, for our last piece, we're going to go to the play card space. And again, we're going to pay 4 wonders, castle, follower, and 2 magic to put that into play. And now, why did I do that now? Well, because there's another one we can, on the turn where we actually play a card, there's something else we can play as well that will benefit us, and that also then block the play a card spot. So next we go on to the green player. He's like, I don't know, man. What do we got going on here? Sorry, I like to role play a little bit. He could use some stuff. He's got a lot of magic. And I think what he's going to do for his last turn is he is actually going to go there and take that magic and play a small realm. So on his realm board here, so he's got a larger realm, a home realm, and now another small realm, which is going to cost 2 random resources. Those 2 random resources are going to be magic, and he has been able to put that out. Now we go back to the black player who has 1 more token, and he's going, wow, I got lucky. What I really needed was a follower, and we're going to take this one here and spend it or actually acquire it along with this magic and put it on their player board. Now the black player actually has a lot of resources: 4 love, a bunch of magic, and a follower. So that'll help him next turn. That is all of our pieces out on the board. So that's going to end the Explore Stories phase for turn 4. So now we go on to the play and discard fate cards. So like I said, we did have a card that we could play. You know, we could have played this one too, where we probably should have played that one. Take a second, but it doesn't matter. We didn't need to take a second action this turn. However, we did. We're going to gain 2. We are going to play this one. We're going to gain 2 love, and everybody else is going to gain 1. So helps everybody, but helps us more. So I'm going to do that right now. 2 love for us and 1 love for each of the other players. That means everybody's smitten apparently, because there's a lot of love going around. Okay, now we have to discard down to 4 cards, but we're not in trouble because we only have 3, so we're fine. Now I'm going to pause for a moment and take care of this action for the other 2 players. Okay, so the green player didn't need to discard any. He had 4 exactly. The black player, however, had 7 cards. They had to discard 3 cards during this turn. As part of their turn, they did that. So after that, we're going to go to Empower Realms. And again, we're now on the first turn of the second book of Fable, so we don't have to take that action. That's only on 3, 6, and 9. Then next we go on to Intensify Magic. But you can see that we had a number of spaces that actually weren't taken this turn. So we're going to put one here. We're going to empower this space, this space, this one, and this one. And each of those have gotten a new magic token. So basically enticing players to take them in the next turns. So then after that we go to return and awaken our fables. So let's do that. Okay, so again in this phase all we do is collect our guys. So we're going to take all 3 of our pieces on the board. You know, we actually, I made a mistake. The green player actually would have been able to place another pawn. They probably would have taken this, I want to say they took this one, because they actually built another small realm, so they would have had another player to put out this turn, which means they wouldn't have gotten the magic because that was put out during the Intensify Magic phase. So we're going to correct that, just so we're on track, because the green player now has, sorry guys, I'm trying to get you to see the green player board here. The green player now has 2 guys, 1 here, and 2 here. So that's pretty good for, actually let's take this off, take it off the board here. So that's how he looks right now. He's doing pretty good. We, however, just have our 3 that we had before, as does the black player. They have 2 on their home realm and 1 on the small realm that they've built so far. That basically is going to, there is no awakening portion because all of our realms were powered in that last phase, so we are okay there. That's going to end turn 4, and I think that gives you a very, very good idea of how the game plays out. So we're going to end it there. That's going to be our quick play for Upon a Fable. There is a solo variant, so if you're really eager and you push me on it, maybe I'll come back and just do the solo variant, which is just, it's scoring points against the game, and it tells you, you know, if you score so many, you're good. If not, you suck. Yeah, and there's different rankings. But that will end. I think that, again, I think that gives you a good representation of the game, how it plays out. It's you know, it's again a fairly typical worker placement game. You know, there's some nuances with the Ever After cards that come out, and of course you're building realms and you have to power them up and all that stuff, but overall it's a pretty typical game. Now quick review on that, I would say that well, let me tell you what, let me put my thoughts together and I'll come back and do a quick review with you. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This was our playthrough of Upon a Fable. just want to do a quick review, wrap up with you, just a few minutes of time to talk to you about how I feel about the game. Obviously, you saw the playthrough. Hopefully, that helps you make a decision on whether or not this is a game for you. And I'm going to tell you how I would rate and rank this game. So, first off, we'll start with components, quality components. Now, keep in mind that I did have I think it's called the Tree of Life expansion that gives you the wooden bits, and I thought that was a worthwhile upgrade. The cardboard bits are fine though, and they're all high quality, so I don't want to steer you wrong there, but if you're looking at mine and going, oh, I want to get that because it's got nice wooden pieces, you got to buy the expansion for that, or one of the two expansions for that. The other expansion expands players and gives you more cards. Gives you up to 8 players, but based on the amount of time it takes per action or per turn for players, I think playing 8 players would be an awfully long game. And if I'm going to play an awfully long game, something that lasts 3 hours, I want it to be a little meatier than perhaps this one. When I think of a 3-hour game that I love to play that doesn't feel like 3 hours when you're playing, Dominant Species. Okay, not a light game, but fun. So with this one, where would I rank it? So, 2 of my favorite genres are worker placement games and co-op games. This is in one of my favorite genres. Is it one of my favorite worker placement games? I would say, as a family game, for me and my kids and my wife and my family, yes, it's a good game. After I did the playthrough of it, we did get a chance to play as a family, and everybody liked it. It was fun. Everybody enjoyed it. It didn't seem too heavy. It didn't seem too light. It was great. But and I haven't taken upon a Fable to my gaming group yet to play. My thought would be I think everybody would play it. I think they'd enjoy it. Would it come back to the table a bunch of times over other worker placement games? I don't know, because I can think of ones that immediately, for me, would hit the table before this one if I had to make a choice. Yido would make it to the table first, just to give you some examples of other worker placement games. What else? Manhattan Project, Village, all those would probably get there first, just because they're a little more complex in their play, which is more interesting to me. But again, as a family game, we loved it, and I think it would hit the table with my gaming group as well, just not as often as some of the other ones, like Zolkin, another one of my all-time favorites. Last Will, I mentioned these in the first video as well. So when I encapsulate this game, so the components are great, quality is great, rules are clear, rules are very well written. I really didn't have to read them more than once. That's a big plus. Gameplay is very easy to convey. I think the age, it says 13 plus in the box, I think that's too high. 8 to 10, my 11-year-old, my 8-year-old, no problem. I think it's, and I'm not saying they're super geniuses, they're smart kids, but I think an average 10-year-old would easily grasp this game. I think my 8-year-old grasped it fine. I think a 7-year-old might even get it okay. Conceptually, it's not that difficult. I mean, you have to do a little reading, but 8 and above should be able to handle it with no problem. So, yeah, and I think it was designed, if I'm not mistaken, it was designed with the family in mind, and for that, it accomplishes its goal. A great introductory type worker placement game to the family. I would rank it on the same complexity level as the base game of Lords of Waterdeep without the expansions. Now, Lords of Waterdeep with the expansions, I think is awesome. It's another great worker placement game. But, so, bottom line, I'm going to keep it on my shelf because I think my family's going to want to play it. I will occasionally bring it with me to my gaming group because sometimes we don't like to play something that heavy, and still like the worker placement genre, so this fits. I do think if we laid them all out on the table and said which one do you want to play on an average day with my gaming group, this one would not be as high on the ranking as some others, just because the others are more gratifying for their complexity in gameplay, not rules. Gameplay, which is the important thing. Strategic depth as opposed to lots of rules. And for that, I think those other ones might be more suited for very experienced gamers. But again, another good place for this game would be if you're introducing the worker placement genre of games to people. I think this would be a good one. You know, and winning and losing didn't feel as dramatic as some games. It was, you know, you won or you lost, but it was a point score. You added it up at the end. It was a great little tally sheet. Kind of reminds me of a Yahtzee sheet. that you could tell your score on. You know, there's a sheet like that in Seven Wonders too, worked great. I hope that if this game catches on and becomes popular, they make an app for the scoring, because I think that's an awesome way to go. But overall, I think the game's solid as a rock, actually. Very, very clear, concise, easy rules, easy to play, easy to grasp. Enough strategic depth to keep you going. I did enjoy it. The kids enjoyed it equally, which is a good sign. So I will leave it at that and say, hey, thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see me put to the table and get out, you can kind of see what some of the stuff is behind me. You've also heard me talk about some games. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. I would be more than happy to get those to the table and help people understand them and show them how they work, how they play. My goal with all of this is to get more people playing games, and especially getting your family around the table and playing games, and your friends, not just strangers. I got a nice group of fellow gamers that are all very social and friendly, and I enjoy that, and I enjoy playing with my family. So that's what I want for everybody, because it's one of the few things that brings people together to talk and socialize, and still be able to say you're playing games and stuff, video games, computer games, which I love too. And you've seen me post video game playthroughs. Take you away from your family, take you away from your friends. They're kind of your personal one-on-one space, and I think people get too engrossed in that these days and don't spend enough time around a table talking. Board games, games like this one, allow you that opportunity. So again, I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. Make suggestions, and let me know if you liked Upon a Fable and you like the walkthrough. I'd like to hear your opinions. So thanks so much, and have a great day.